Okay. So, you're here for an hour early. I meant you for that. Wow. And so I got nothing else to do. Let's play a game. I do. Alright. I'm going to go back, move my way forward, and I'll speak in a booming voice. Because we're going to play some Action Castle!
Oh, hell yeah!
You're very small guys. I don't understand those guys. Check the fishing pole, it's there. Pass, he bets. Okay. You take the fishing pole. You now have a fishing pole. You can't go fishing here. You're in a cottage.
I know how he's called.
You go out. You stand at a garden path. There's a rose bush here. There's a cottage here. Exits are north, south, and in.
Go south.
You go south, and you're at the fishing pond. Exits are north.
Go back and put the bush where goes fishing.
This is a parser. I am not going to translate that. I understand fishing. There's no rose bush here. Use fishing pole? You use the fishing pole. You then cast the fishing pole into the pond. You wait a while and notice that you get a bite. You go ahead and reel in. Congratulations, you now have a fish.
I use the fish.
Yes! Yes! You attempt to eat the fish, however, you need some salt on it. It's not very tasty right now.
I love eating the fish. You should always eat the fish. Sometimes you get
Fish has already been spat out.
I don't like fish.
Good for you.
I go back to the rose bush.
I don't understand back.
Like exit north.
I exit.
You go north and you're walking along a garden path. There's a rose bush here, there's a cottage here. Exits are north, south, and in. You go north and you're on a winding path. There's a tall tree here. Exits are south, east, and up. What's that?
Look at the tree.
You look at the tree, it's very tall. I don't understand climb.
Throw fish.
Throw fish at what?
Tree.
Yes, there's a tree here.
Eat a tree.
You attempt to go ahead and eat the tree, however, its bark is, your bite is not as big as its bark. What's that?
Break my teeth.
You don't want to punch yourself in the face. You have a wonderful smile you want to impress people with.
Curl into the fetal position and cry?
How could this happen to me? And made my mistake.
Suck it up and go north.
You attempt to go north, only to realize that there's no path going north.
It's like a realization that you can climb a mountain.
You have a Zen Buddhist moment and remember that your exits are south, east, and up.
I use my easy button.
Well, that was easy.
Go up.
You go up. You're on top of a tall tree. There's a stout dead branch here. Exits are down.
The branch is out.
You don't have a branch.
You break off the branch.
I don't understand break. You're currently on top of the tree. There's a stout dead branch here. Exits are down. You go down. You're walking along the winding path. There's a tall tree here. Exits are south, east, and up. Up. You go up. You're on top of a dead tree. There's a stout dead branch here. Exits are down. Down. You go down. You're walking along the winding path. You see a tall tree here. Exits are south, east, and up. North. You can't.
South.
You go south. You're walking along the garden path. There's a rose bush here. There's a cottage here. Exits are north, south, and in.
You're gonna pick a rose.
You go walk over to the rose bush and pick a rose. You now have a rose.
West. Take it west.
You can't.
West.
You can't.
Pick the thorns out.
Ow, it hurts. You attempt to go east and you're in the cottage. Exits are out.
Check under the bed. Check under the bed.
You look under the bed. There's a sign here that says, "Why the fuck are you looking under the bed?"
Exit cottage.
You exit the cottage. You're on the garden path. There's a rose bush here and a cottage. North, south, and in.
Go north.
You go north. You are walking along the winding path. There's a tall tree here. Exits are south, east, and up.
Check inventory.
You check the inventory. Currently in your inventory, you have a lamp, a fish, and a rose.
Put Rose in lamp.
You cannot combine these items.
Put lamp in tree.
There's currently no tree here.
What?
Go north. You attempt to go north, but there's no path that way.
Be curious about who the hell wrote a sign under your bed.
You inquire about this information only to realize the parser likes to fuck with you.
Find the parser?
Hi, I'm your parser. Nice to meet you. You're already out of the house.
Be in the lamp.
Slap parser with fish.
You go and grab the branch. You now have a branch.
Beat the parser with the branch? I don't know.
I'm not hungry right now.
Cry?
Travel up.
You attempt to go up, but you realize you're already on top of a tall tree. You really can't go any much higher.
I missed that one.
View? Wait, what's the view?
You take a look around. It's a very beautiful scene around here. Lots of clouds, lots of blue sky. You notice far off in the distance is Action Castle.
I go back down.
You go down. You're walking along the winding path. Exits are south, east, and up.
Check inventory.
You check your inventory. Currently, you have a lamp, a fish, a branch, and a rose.
I smell the rose because it's awesome.
You smell the rose. It's quite lovely. You go east, and you're on the drawbridge leading to Action Castle. You're getting it now. Impeding your progress into the castle, you see the troll on the drawbridge. Yes, it's that cliche. Exits are east and west.
Use fish troll.
You take the fish out, walk over to the troll, and hand the fish over. The troll takes a sniff. Oh, my favorite! Snatches the fish away from you and goes under the bridge.
Awesome.
Enter castle.
I don't know how to enter.
What are the directions?
Go castle. Exit castle.
Facings can I go?
East and west.
East.
Yeah, go east.
You go east and are in the courtyard of Action Castle. In the courtyard, you notice a guard blocking a door to the east. Exits are up, down, east, and west.
Look, guard.
You take a look at the guard. He kind of is guarding a door currently and doesn't have a very nice look on his face.
Go east.
You go east until the guard goes, stop. You can't go east.
Punch him?
You attempt to go and punch the guard. You miss, and the guard takes out its sword. If you don't leave at this time, you're gonna get run through ye.
Drop the lamp because I don't know how the hell that's going to help me.
You drop the lamp.
You stick on guard.
You take the stick out and then bash the guard over his head. The stick dissipates into many pieces. That's a worthless point, but yet the guard is passed out.
Take his armor.
You attempt to take the armor, but it's too heavy.
Take lamp.
You take the lamp. You now have a lamp.
With lamp in mouth.
It's too big to fit.
Go east.
You go east, and you're in the great dining hall. In the great dining hall, you see a street on the mantle. Edges are east and west.
What?
I don't understand what.
I'm confused.
Good.
West.
You rest.
Not paying attention. I said west.
Oh, you go west. You're in the throne room. There's a large gold ornate throne here. Exits are west.
West.
You're in the great dining hall. You see a strange candle here. Exits are east and west. I fucked up the last time, so you go east. You're in the courtyard of Action Castle. Up, down, east, or west? You go west and are in the great feasting hall. You see a strange candle here. Exits are east and west. You go east and you are in the courtyard of Action Castle. There we go. Up, down, east, and west. You're in the great feasting hall. There's a strange candle here. Exits are east and west. You're in the courtyard of Action Castle. Up, down, east, and west. Up. You go up and you enter the staircase of the tower. You notice a door at the very top of it. Exits are down.
Now.
You go down and you are currently in the courtyard of Action Castle. There we go. Up, down, east, or west.
Up.
You go up, you're in the staircase of the tower. You see a door at the top. Exits are down. You try to go through the door, but the door's locked.
Kick down the door.
You attempt to kick down the door. Ow!
Try to unlock the door.
You attempt to unlock the door. Shit, I don't have a key.
Check inventory.
In your inventory currently, you have a lamp, a rose. That's it.
Down.
You go down and you are currently in the courtyard of Up, down, east, or west?
I think my brain hurts.
West.
West.
You go west and you are in the great feasting hall. There's a strange candle here. Exits are east and west.
We have
branch was got
West.
no. We have.
You go west and you're currently in the throne room of Exits are east.
Take a shot.
Use rose on groove.
On what?
Groove.
The parser's confused.
Wait for the camera.
Game.
New game! Thank you and welcome to play Action Castle! You're currently in a small cottage. There's a fishing pole here. Exits are out.
Grab fishing pole.
You take the fishing pole. You now have a fishing pole.
Go out.
You go out. You're currently in a garden path. Exits are north, south, and in.
Jump in the rose bushes.
You jump the rose bushes, but it's very thick. You can't really get much far, so you just walk back to your current spot.
Jump back in the rose bushes.
Seriously? Really? Come on. That's not it.
I pick a rose.
You go take the rose. You currently have a rose.
Eat the rose.
You attempt to eat the rose, only to realize that flowers aren't tasty.
Go south.
You go south, and you arrive at the fishing pond. Exits are north.
I take a swim.
I don't understand swim.
I jump in the fishing pond.
You jump. Okay. And you walk back out.
Use fishing pole.
You use the fishing pole and catch a fish.
Eat the fish.
You go and attempt to eat the fish. Nom 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 nom. You fall over and die out with food poisoning. Thank you for playing Action Castle. Would you like to start a new game? All right. You're in a cottage. There's a fishing pole here. Exits are out.
I go out.
You go out. You're in a garden path. Exits are north, south, and in.
North.
You go north. You're walking along the winding path. East, south, and up.
East.
You go east and are in the drawbridge leading to
Action Castle.
Good. You notice a mean troll here. Exits are east and west.
West.
You go west and you're walking along the winding path. There's a tall tree here. Exits are south, east, and up.
Same game.
Saving game. Saving. Game has been saved. You have 2 save slots remaining. You go south and are at the garden path. You see a rose bush and a cottage here. North, south, and in.
Take rose.
You go take the rose. You now have a rose.
Look, rose.
You take a look at the rose. It's quite lovely.
Go south.
You go south. They're at the fishing pond. Exits are north.
Do I have a fishing pole?
No.
Exit north.
You go north. They're at a garden path. There's a cottage here. North, south, and in. You go in. You're currently in a small cottage. There's a fishing pole here. Exits are out.
Out.
You go out and walking along the garden path. Exits are north, south, and in.
Go north.
You go north and walking along the winding path. Exits are south, east, and up. You go up and are on top of the tall dead tree. There's a stout dead branch here. Exits are down.
Take the branch.
You go take the branch. You now have a branch. Go, yes. You're on top of the tall tree. Exits are down.
What?
Just say down.
What? Okay, good. Okay, you don't know.
Say down.
Derpy, dee derpy, derp. It is this.
Hi.
Hello.
Down.
You go down.
Thank you.
You're walking along the winding path. There's a tall tree here. Exits are south, east, and up. South. You go south. You're on the garden path. There's a cottage here, and you're partially losing breath. Exits are north, south, and in. You're in the cottage. Exits are out.
Out.
You go out. Garden path, north, south, and in.
What garden path?
Take a look at the garden path. It's quite lovely today.
South.
You go south and are at the fishing pond. Exits are north.
North.
You go north and are at the garden path. Exits are north, south, and in. I caught myself on that one.
Did we go south and north already? Just go north.
North. You go north and walking along the winding path. There's a tall tree here. Exits are south, east, and up.
Check inventory.
Check your inventory. You are currently in possession of a fishing rod, a lamp, a rose, and a branch. Up. You go up and are on top of a tall dead tree. Exits are out.
Look around.
Take a look around. It's quite a lovely day from up here. Exits are down. So you go down, you're on the winding path, south, east, and up. You go up, you're on top of the tall tree. Exits are down.
Say down.
You go down, you're walking along the winding path. There's a tall tree here. Exits are south, east, and up.
South.
You go south and are at the garden path. Exits are north, south, and in.
What was the last one? Sorry.
North, south, and in. You go in, you're in the cottage. Exits are out.
Out.
You go out and you're at the garden path. North, south, and in.
North.
You go north and are on the winding path. South, east, and up.
Up.
You go up, you're on top of the dead tree. Exits are down.
Break out the branch.
You already have a branch.
Yeah.
You go down, winding path. South, east, and up. I don't know. Good for you. You go up, you're on top of the dead tree. Exits are down. You go down, winding path. South, east, and up. You go east and are in the drawbridge. Up. Troll blocking your path. Sorry. Exits are east and west.
Kick the troll.
Oh, okay.
That really didn't do anything.
Give fish to troll.
You don't have a fish.
Put troll in mouth.
I'm sorry, but this is not an 18 and older panel.
Go.
Put troll in mouth.
We don't have to fit. For fuck's sake. What are the directions I can go?
East and west.
The west.
Winding path, south, east, and down. Southeast. Okay, you're in garden path, north, south, and or in.
Go back to the garden. Say it.
Just say ensign.
The clock is ticking. Go. Save the game. Go stance. Oh, I love that.
Do you feel special now?
Why?
Jeremy? Good for you.
Go south.
You go south and are at the garden path. Wait. Correction. Fishing pond. Exits are north. You look at the pond. There's lots of fishes here for you to catch.
Well, of all the fishes available, I would possibly like to go for that one fish from that one book that has the sparkly fins on the side. I can't remember the name of that one.
The
Rainbow
input
fish.
text is too long for this portion to understand.
Someone kiss the frog.
Channel Bruce Lee and jump to the moon.
Then kiss the girl.
On the moon!
Sorry, but Chuck Norris is blocking your path.
Go fishing.
I don't understand fishing.
Catch a fish.
There's no fish fish to catch. No one threw anything to you.
Use cheat code.
There are no cheat codes available.
Use rod on pond.
You don't have a rod.
God damn it. Jump into the pond.
Well, you pretty much can't.
That didn't really do much.
Escape.
There's nothing to escape to. You're at a fishing pond.
Third time I'm doing that. Use fishing pole.
You use the fishing pole and catch a fish. You now have a fish.
Roll for detection.
I don't have dice, so I can't really do much of anything.
Control, delete.
Command prompt is open.
Just say escape.
Escape? That's okay.
You exit the command prompt. You're at the fishing pond. Exit your north.
Damn it!
You go north. Garden path. North, south, and in. You go in. You're in the cottage. You're currently in the cottage. Exits are out. You go out. You're at the garden path. North, south, and in. You go in. You're in the cottage. Exits are out. You go out. Garden path. North, south, and in. You go in. You're in the cottage. Exits are out.
Main game.
What do you think this is, Monkey Island?
Examine life.
You examine the life. You only have one.
Go out.
You go out. You're at garden path. North, south, and in.
North.
You go north. Winding path. South, east, and up.
Check inventory.
You check the inventory. You currently have a lamp, a fish, a branch, and a rose. You go east and are in the drawbridge leading to... Good for you. There's a troll blocking your path. Exits are east and west.
Invite the troll to dinner.
You attempt to invite the troll that didn't really do much of anything.
Fish.
You go give the fish to the troll. The troll then eats the fish, then gets away so you can enter Action Castle.
Enter Action Castle.
You go and you're in the courtyard of... Go. We're getting it here. There's a guard blocking your path to the east. Exits are up, down, east, and west.
You stick on guard.
You go and use the stick of the guard. The guard is up, down. Blocking the path is done. Holy shit, this is a long one.
Run, Coldguy, run!
East, west, up, or down?
East.
You go east, you're in the great feasting hall. There's a strange candle here. Exits are east and west.
West.
You're currently in the courtyard of Action Castle. Okay, shut up. God damn it, I hate this. East, west, up, or down?
Down.
You go down. It's a very dark and underground staircase. You can't see. You can barely see anything down here. Exits are up. I guess. You go up and are currently in the courtyard of Action Castle. Yes. East, west, up, or down?
Down.
You go down. Stairs underground. Dark. Exits are up. You go up and are currently in the courtyard of East, west, up, or down? West. You go west and you're at the drawbridge. Exits are east and west. That's east, but I'll let you have it. Courtyard, up, down, east, and west. Up.
Inside, somewhere in the middle.
Whatever.
You go up and are at the staircase to the tower. There's a door up here. Exits are down. You go down, you're in the courtyard, east, west, up, or down. You attempt to eat the castle. Unfortunately, this is not a Monty Python sketch. You go north and are in the you're in the tower of a staircase. There's a door up here. Exits are down.
What?
You go in the door.
Panel 1. Panel 2.
It's locked. What's that?
Come here.
You don't have a key.
Go back down the stairs.
You go down and you're currently in the courtyard of Action Castle. East, west, up, or down? You go down. Underground stairs, exits up. You go up, courtyard, east, west, up, or down?
West.
You go west, and you're in the drawbridge. East or west?
West.
You go west, you're walking along the winding path. Exits are east, south, and up.
Cheat code free live. lives.
There's no cheat codes in this game.
East.
You go east. Drawbridge, east or west? You go east. You're in the courtyard of Action Castle. There we go. East, west, up or down. You go east and are in the Great Feasting Hall. There's a strange candle here. Exits are east and west. You go east and are in the throne room of Action Castle. Exits are west.
Take a seat on the third.
You're not the king of the castle. You can't sit on a throne.
West.
You go west. You're in the Great Feasting Hall. There's a strange candle here. Exits are east and west. You go west and are in the courtyard of East, west, up or down?
East.
Great Feasting Hall, strange candle, east or west? You go to the candle. Okay. You don't have a candle. You take the candle. You now have a candle. Who's not talking here?
Which direction?
East or west?
West.
You go west. They're in the courtyard of